here it is, February 1st. So I thought I would give you a status report on how I am doing on my New Year's resolution. But before I do that, my last video was about my bike carrier, my Thule bike carrier. And if you watched the video, you saw that the first box that showed up was so badly beat up, there was damage inside. I requested a pickup for it to go back. They picked it up 9:30 last night. Okay, well, they got it. Finally, it went back. The UPS guy, a minute ago, right now, stopped in front of my home. He says, I got a box for you, but it's kind of beat up. You may want to refuse it. They tried to deliver it to me again, and I told the guy, it's got a label on it for it to go back, but he didn't look at that label. He looked at the shipping label. They should have blacked that out. So, UPS. I have on my Amazon account that I prefer On Track to do my deliveries because I trust them. Anyways. Okay, New Year's resolution. If you've watched my earlier videos, you know that I made a New Year's resolution that I was going to eat all the food in my freezer before I did any grocery shopping. And that's why I have that rather vulgar sign on my freezer to remind me to eat the food that's in there before I do any grocery shopping. So what did I buy during January? I knew I would have to buy a few things, right? Okay, I made a little list and totaled up the value. I did buy milk, or half and half, what we call half and half here in the USA. If you're not familiar with half and half, we have a dairy product here that's milk with extra cream added, so it's a bit of a richer milk. We use it mostly in our coffee, which is how I use it, but I also use it to make yogurt, and I've made yogurt several times. Okay, so I bought some of that a few times. I bought a 25-pound bag of flour because I wanted to use it to make bread. That's okay, because it doesn't add anything to my freezer. That gets stored elsewhere. I repackage it in 1 pound, little 1 pound sacks, seal it so the bugs can't get into it, and then put that away. Then I've got bread for 3-4 months. I've got flour for 3 to 4 months for making bread. Okay, I've still got a lot of stock in the freezer, which I want to show you. This is all stock right here. That's all chicken stock, homemade chicken stock, right? And there's other things on the door, vegetables and so forth. The plan for the chicken stock was to make soup, mostly chicken vegetable soup. I didn't have any chicken, so I went to Costco and I bought one rotisserie chicken, $5, which I deboned and then put the trim in the freezer later for making more stock when I have enough trim. But then I put 11 portions of cut up cubed chicken in the freezer, cooked chicken that I could use for my soup. And because I like chicken vegetable soup, I don't want just noodles, I had to buy a bag of mixed vegetables. Costco sells this 5-pound bag. It's 5 different vegetables in there. I think it's corn, peas, carrots, green beans, and I think it's soybeans that are in there. Edamame, whatever it's called. So that's what I bought. In all of January, I totaled it up, what I spent, $42. $42. That's a month's worth of shopping. Some people spend that per day, if not more, especially if you have a family of 4 to feed. So that's my status report. I think for February, I'm probably going to have to buy, oh, I forgot one thing, I had to buy butter because I was out of butter. So February, I'm probably going to have to buy eggs because I have maybe a dozen eggs left. I don't go through a lot of eggs, but I do use eggs. I did make today, to use up some of what I had in the freezer, I used 4 cups of that chicken stock, and I used some of the beef that I had. I made a bean and beef chili. That's good. It'll be on my cooking channel on YouTube in the next few weeks. But I don't think I'll have to buy, other than buying half and half, I don't think there's anything I need to buy during February. I'm thinking I can get through February buying no more than half and half and maybe eggs if I run completely out. and I'm just going to keep eating out of my freezer. There's a few things in that I'm going to have to buy something to use up. For example, I've got ground beef, and I like making this kind of comfort food that my mom made. We called it American chop suey in New England. It's a common name in New England. Where the name American chop suey came from, I have no idea. It's actually it's a macaroni with beef ragu, and she would caramelize chopped onion, add some ground beef, put in some tomato sauce, and then separately she would boil some elbow macaroni and mix all that together. To me, that's comfort food, because that's one of the foods that I grew up with, my mom's American chop suey. And I've got the ground beef in the freezer. I'll have to buy some sauce. I have tomatoes. I can make my own sauce. I have some tomatoes, can of tomatoes up in the cupboard, but I'm going to have to buy some macaroni for that. But I think that's going to be about it for February. Everything else, I'm pretty sure I can eat as is, warmed up, of course, from the freezer. So that's a quick status report of where I'm at for my New Year's resolution. I'm just waiting to see. Today's Thursday, so tomorrow's going to be a business day. I'm just waiting to see what UPS is going to try to deliver tomorrow. Will they try to deliver that box again? I'll tell you, UPS, I don't know what it is. They used to be so good, and now they are so unreliable. But that's here. That's here. Maybe where you live, UPS is golden, but here they're like the Keystone Cops. They don't know what they're doing. So anyways, if you like what you hear in my vlogs, please subscribe, tell others, and thanks for listening.